Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to have a look at the T20, which, seeing as Christmas is coming up, and the inevitable sales, and the fact that everyone's probably going to get a bit of money for Christmas, taking a look at a really user-friendly, effective premium was the best choice. So, this vehicle is basically a better Sherman. And they've got the same gun, same reload, but the armor is surprisingly really effective. The turret armor is, for what it is, fantastic. The hull armor as well, you can angle that and you can pounce 85s and all manner of guns. So what you've basically got is a better Sherman at 5.0, and there's still a Sherman at 5.3, which seems a bit strange. But as long as this vehicle stays at 5.0, I think it's probably the most effective premium that I can recommend if you are looking for a premium. I mean, it's not tier 4 or even tier 5, but I think for those sorts of vehicles, you're better off buying a pack vehicle like the T20 or putting a talisman on a tier 5 you really enjoy. So if you are looking to blitz your way through the tree with a fun, effective vehicle, this is a really good choice. And since it fits into the 5.0 bracket, and for America there are quite a few options you can take, it's going to be quite a comfortable tank to use as well. There's many backups you can run with, and even in an up tier you can still do really well. So before I get into the gameplay, I will go through the lineup that I was using for 5.0 with the T20. So, with the T20 at 5.0, I would go with a backup of the Sherman M4A2 as your secondary medium. It's basically just the T20 but a little bit worse in a couple of respects, but apart from that it's still a very good, decent tank. I'd take the Jumbo out as well, because even up to possibly 5.7, which is going to be a full up tier for that tank, it's still going to do its job really well. I mean, the 85s can still sometimes get through your hull, but if you play it right, you can still be a really effective heavy tank all the way up to a full up tier. So it's definitely a decent option to go with as well on certain maps. SPA, obviously, you want to go with the M19. It's incredibly effective at destroying tanks at 5.0 of your top tier, and at taking out planes as well. It's just a simple, decent option. You wouldn't really want to go with anything else. For your aircraft, the P47N is what I've been using. You've got your pretty effective loadout there. You can get 2 bomb drops out and the 10 HVARs, which aren't too great now, but I mean, you've still got a decent payload for a fighter as well. And as a fighter, it still does really well. It's incredibly powerful. And with your 50s, you can kill a lot of tanks from the top, like even Panthers, T-34s, anything you like. It does a good job. If you have the premium Grizzly, I'd go with that, as it's really fun and satisfying to get kills with, as you can pretty much kill anything you like. Its defensive armament is not perfect, but it does its job pretty well. And if you don't have the Grizzly, I'd probably take out the A26B10, because you get 4 1000 bomb drops and a 37 as well, but isn't too effective, but can be fun for killing SPA. As to not stock pile another fighter or another attacker, I'd go with the Mitchell, as, you know, if you are taking out another fighter or attacker, you are going to be doubling up your spawn to take out another one, so putting a bomber in is a decent option. It's basically just a worse A26. You get 3 1000 bomb drops, decent defensive armament, and a lot of guns. So you're likely going to do a lot of damage with this plane. Right, anyway, on to the match. Right, so the match today is on Abandoned Factory, and I'm rushing up to the corner of the C point around the factory to stop any tanks from pushing up early and causing a bit of damage to our tanks pushing up. So I see an ASU there, park behind the tree, go for the centre mass, get the hull break, as he's going to have to take time to aim, having the tree in front of him to go for a weak point, and I can easily get a shot off early there. Next thing I want to do is knock the fence down here, and what that's doing is making sure that any tank that pushes around the corner is going to be in my sight line before I'm in his sight line. So again, it's another early tactic to do if there's nothing else here to really give you any trouble and you are in a fast tank with a fast firing gun. There is an Su-85 in the defilade there, excuse me, and I do go right over the top, take out the breach and the commander, and it is a tank I want to ideally finish off quickly because it is an 85, so go for another shot there, basically cripple him. He's going to stay still and repair, so I know that I can push up a little bit and get the kill on him, but I'm just checking around the factories here to make sure that nothing else is going to get me in the side, and thankfully nothing else is there yet. I just poke out ever so slightly to get the shot off on the 85. I do bounce a shot from a T-34, but there's no way he can pen me angled like that, so I'm just going to sit out, make sure he focuses on me while the Achilles takes his time to knock him out as well. So push out here, use the cover as ample opportunity to take out another T-34 coming up from the spawn. Again, like this cannon just easily one-shots every T-34 if you go through the front plate. It's really reliable now, it's absolutely fantastic. It's such a fun gun and such a fun tank. See a Gaz there, but I mean I can let the Achilles finish him off. I don't really need another kill. And just checking into the middle there because I know a heavy tank's been lit up, so I can hopefully get another kill. The KV-2 has been killed, but I can use the short stabilizer to easily take out the T-34 rushing up from the north spawn. And now I want to push round and get into the B point because I can see a T-34 there pushing his way over to B. So I know that there are likely going to be more tanks there, so that's where I'm going to be putting myself next, ideally. So I'm just scanning around here to see if there's any other tanks coming up. I do see a Gaz to the left there, rushing up to the north spawn. He spots me, I go for the engine or the driver, do get the driver and just strafe him out. That's another kill. And I want to push through C to get a bit of the cover to make sure I'm not going to get shot in the side, as I am in a really effective tank and I ideally want to stay alive for the whole match. So, see a KV-1S there, excuse me, which is possibly one of the best tanks in the game in my opinion, and this cannon just makes great work of it, especially from the side, even though it's from the side, but still, taking out a tank like that is absolutely fantastic, at least this early in the game. So I know there's at least one tank on B, so I'm going to push up around here, use the pipes as cover, and look over. I try and go for the engine on the 29K, but I miss and just get the commander. He drives off, but thankfully I can take out the T-34 before he has a chance to shoot me before the smoke clears. So I try and push out to get the 29K, but at this point I do get shot in the side of the turret, but I can use the excellent reverse speed and hold traverse to pull myself back round the pipes before he can get another accurate shot off on me and repair the breach very, very quickly and just wait until I can get a shot to finish him off myself. So, pop out there, still alive, go for where I think he is, and get another clean, quick kill on another T-34. So I back up and go for the 29K, but he just gets taken out by a P-47. So I can go for the decap on B. I know there's at least one light tank around B, so I'm going to try and have a look for him first, just in case he's still there. He's going to give some of the team a little bit of trouble. So I'm trying to be quick because a light tank being a light tank, it could be absolutely anywhere. So I want to get a good position to make sure he's not going to flank me or get a decent shot off. But while trying to be tactical about it, he does just get taken out very quickly anyway, so don't need to worry there. Swing it right round to go to B, but I do start getting shot in the back by a BTR. Angle the hull slightly to make sure there's no way he can possibly get the engine if he has the upgraded belts. Swing the cannon round, go for the engine, get a nice, clean, easy hull break there, and go for the decap. And at this point I want to push through the middle of the map, as a lot of tanks have just died, especially a lot of tanks that have got a cap point. So there's going to be some good tanks coming back, not just SPA. So I want to be on guard and take them out before they can really cause me any trouble. So I can leave the point there to get capped by the other teammates who do need the spawn points, because I don't. I've got enough kills to spawn in anything I like at this point. So I can rush straight off and cut a couple of tanks off going for the spawn. I have noticed that there's an ASU up to the north there, and C is completely vacant, so that's going to be where most tanks I think are going to be heading as they respawn. So I'm just pulling up here, looking through the middle, just checking all of the places that tanks could be coming from before I go up to C and try and cover that place up there as well. So I do catch a little glimpse there of the ASU, swing round behind the bush. I don't think he notices me, or at least he doesn't notice me until it's quite too late. Again, I can use the short stabilizer to just easily get a kill off very quickly and take him out. So that's a lot of kills in a really short amount of time. And yes, I am just talking about that now to cover up for the fact I missed the giant bomber with my main gun. But still, it's a very great, powerful tank, and that is my double ace. Really quickly, just like that. And I can't recommend this tank enough, especially for the Christmas sale. It's just, if you want to get a tank half price, I would 100% recommend this one. It's so much fun, it's so efficient. You fill all of the points on the triangle, you know, mobility, armor, firepower. It's perfect. Of everything you could want in a medium tank, it's absolutely fantastic. So, responding to the marker that got lit up on the map of a medium tank, it's another T-34. Get a nice, easy side shot there, and take him out. And just trying to see where other tanks could possibly be. So, swinging around there, I do see a T-34 head up to the C point, so I'm going to push right up there and try and intercept him before he can start decapping. I want to be quick about it because, again, a lot of tanks have died and they could be pushing up from the spawn, but I don't really see anything, so I think I'm going to be okay. I think he's going to pop out right in front of me here, so I'm just going really quickly up just in case he's going to push up so I can see him through the windows. But he doesn't, he pushes right in front of me, doesn't notice me, and I do take my time to get the shot on him there. It's a little bit of an insult, but oh bless him. So at this point I'm going to just drive around the enemy side of the map and hopefully intercept a couple of vehicles that are pushing down to capture some of the points, because the A point now is completely vacant as well. So I'm going to hang around and be on responding call, I guess, to that point if it does get capped by an enemy. But not much happens for a while here, so I think I can talk about the tank a little bit again. This tank is just a better Sherman. You know, you have the same gun, same reload, but you have much better armor for a start. If you angle your hull, you can even bounce 85s, you know, you can easily bounce the Russian, 76, German 75 if you angle the hull correctly. And the turret as well is nearly invulnerable to the Russian 76. There are places it can be penned on the mantlet, but because the mantlet is so oddly angled and shaped, most shots are going to bounce, so it is quite reliable there as well. And it is just a better Sherman in every respect. So I see a KV-1 behind this building here, and it is one of the most dangerous tanks in the game, in my opinion, the KV-1S. So he pulls off a little bit there, but easily I can just go right through the turret and kill every member of his crew with the incredibly powerful 76mm gun that the Americans get. It's so incredible for taking out tanks like this, and it just seems a little bit unfair to be mounted on this tank, but it is fantastic. For 5.0, it's one of the best medium tanks in the game. I see a tank, SPA rather, get lit up, so I'm going to push back, use a stabilizer, go for the engine, and you can just see there how easily I can stop and reverse and pull back to get a shot like that, as the reverse gear on this tank is incredible as well, and it does help for maneuvering. So if you get shot, you can easily kick in that reverse gear, swing your hull around a corner or anything and hide like I did earlier with that T-34, and it's just... I don't have enough good things to say about this tank in the nice way. There's just too many things, and I could go on and on and on. So I think the segment at the end of this video will be quite short. But A starts getting capped, so I'm going to head over there now to try and take him out, whatever it is, and hopefully get my 15th kill. So I'm pushing up around here. I don't want to go from the east or west because that's the most obvious sight line. If I go from the north here, there's plenty of buildings I can hide behind, because I know that he's on the A point. I can just hide behind one of the walls and wait till he comes to me, or it's just an easier way to engage a tank, especially if it's a tank that I don't know exactly what it is. But it did get lit up earlier on the map, so I know it's a heavy tank, so I need to be a little bit more cautious, because it means I can't just stop, point and click. I need to actually take time to aim correctly. But I do have a Sherman with me, so he's being a bit more aggressive, and I think he can probably find the tank before I do. So just checking around, and he does take a shot, misses though sadly, and the KV-1 does knock him out as well. So I push out, I think I can see him, yeah, there he is. Do take a shot a bit too preemptively and miss, sadly, but he does take a shot into nothing for some reason and misses as well. So I can push out, I go for the bulge in the turret, because it usually takes out the gunner in the breach, and thankfully it does, it damages the breach, making it orange. I push him a bit too aggressively there, just to try and get away from the bombs. Fire and do bounce. It's a bit of a terrible shot on my part, but he fires, blows his breach up, and that's kill number 15 in the T20. So I leave A to be capped by the other tanks behind me, because again, I mean, they probably need the points a bit more than I do. But I'm just going to push up again, because I know that since that KV did cap a point, he is going to have respawned, so I can go and take him out. I don't think he spawned south, because the tanks around there aren't really reacting to anything, so I'm just going to assume he's in the north. But he is in the south there, just got lit up. So I'm going to push up through the middle and just wait for him to come. I don't think he'll come directly south again, because he knows there are tanks down here, and he'll probably go through the middle, so that's what I'm going to wait for. And, excuse me, again, this was the first match I played. I wasn't really feeling too confident about it. I was like, oh, I'll just jump in, I'll get some footage for the beginning of the video, where like the little introduction, excuse me. So I wasn't really feeling too confident about it, but this is the first match I had. I think it just shows how, well, easy this tank can be. It's a perfect premium to grind with, and it's not too expensive as well. So again, I'm just pulling up here. I'm going to hide behind the fences. The Sherman does get set on fire, and he is looking slightly to the right with his gun, so I think that's where the tank is, and sure enough, there's a T-34, go through the front plate, and that is the last kill, kill number 16. So a very, very good result there. The rest of the match is just me getting bothered by this yak, so I'm just going to hide by the M13 and hopefully feed him a kill when he comes in. So that is the T20. I'm sorry the commentary hasn't really been too descriptive this game. It's been a little bit lackluster, I think, but even so, there's just not too much to say about the tank. It's just really, really good. I feel it condescending to explain every little thing that I was doing in this match because it's just so instinctive and easy. You know, it's just drive, point, and shoot. You have so many factors helping you do that. You know, you've got the short stabilizer, you've got the really powerful gun, the really quick reload, the really good armor, the really good mobility. There's just everything going for this tank. It's just a perfect medium, and at 5.0 as well. So if you are 5.0 top tier, which this match was, you will have matches like this where you can just destroy entire teams. Like, having 16 kills there, I might as well have killed every member on the enemy team at least once. You know, that's the level of the caliber of match that you can actually have with this tank. It's amazing. You know, I had a really fun first match, and it's put me in a really good mood for the whole day now. You know, it's great. So this is a tank you should definitely pick up in the Christmas sale, which I'm pretty sure will happen. Like, all of the Golden Eagle tanks should be half price. So look forward to that, and I would definitely pick this tank up if you would like to grind America. So usually in this segment I talk about the positives and the negatives, and I think the match has shown all the positives pretty well. And as for the negatives, there aren't really many of them. The only thing I could really say is that guns like the 88 and the 85 can just easily one-shot you because your crew are spaced together, but that's pretty much all medium tanks anyway. And plus, you're at 5.0, so you're not going to be seeing those guns all the time anyway. So, and plus, again, that negative does apply to every medium tank in the game, pretty much around this battle rating, so it's not a negative that I can mark down the tank any point-wise, by any points rather. So in that regard, I think it's going to be my first and probably one of my only ratings of 10 out of 10. Okay, thank you very much for watching, guys. Again, sorry this video wasn't too descriptive, but I just wanted to get this video out because it's a really underappreciated premium, I think. And as the sales are coming up, and you're probably going to get a little bit of money for Christmas, and if you are looking to get a really fun, really effective premium, I'd 100% push you to go with the T20. It's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. If you want to see any of the upcoming French vehicles on this channel, please put them in the comments. If you want to see anything particular, I'd love to take it out. I'm really looking forward to the French, actually. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.